quarantined at Joint Base San Antonio Lackland because of the coronavirus have now tested positive for the illness. Those evacuees came from the Diamond Princess cruise ship docked in Tokyo. This information revealed today during a news conference in which officials said they're changing the way they count coronavirus patients in the U.S. Here are the latest numbers. The CDC says 11 people caught the virus by traveling. There are only 2 people who have caught it by person-to-person spread. That brings the total number of confirmed cases to 13 in the U.S. Overall, 413 people have been tested. Whether it's a hurricane or a mass shooting or an infectious disease like the coronavirus, every city has to have a plan in place for dealing with such emergencies. So how prepared is the Alamo City? Max Massey spoke to District 8 City Councilman Manny Pelaez to get the answer.
What if coronavirus gets out? We're ready for that.
While other local leaders and neighbors of San Antonio are frustrated and confused as to why evacuees from overseas are quarantined here in San Antonio, Councilman Manny Pelaez says it makes perfect sense.
So the coronavirus phenomenon that's happening in San Antonio right now is a perfect example of how it works, and it's working. We have very quick deployment and response with all of the teams across sectors.
He tells me this is what we do. We have all of the elements in place, the proper infrastructure, and the necessary medical and military mechanisms that simply other places don't have.
You should know that cities all over the world come to San Antonio to study us and to make sure that they are doing things the San Antonio way.
Coronavirus is a crucial talking point because of what is happening right now, but there are other possible disasters we could see. The city works closely with FEMA and the federal government to make sure we are as prepared as possible.
We spend millions of dollars and thousands of hours every single year beefing up and hardening all of our response protocols and all the infrastructure in place and making sure that we've got the right team of people in place. Name your disaster, chances are we've thought of it.
And since San Antonio is Military City USA and we conduct important federal operations here, we have an increased level of importance when it comes to resources.
We've been working with partners at both of those levels to make sure that San Antonio is high on their list of priorities to make sure that all of the resources we have here are protected.
It's also key to mention 1/3 of the city's budget is police and fire. Wrapped in there is also disaster preparedness. And on top of that, our budget funds Metro Health.
And when it comes to emergency preparedness, the city councilman tells me we are in good shape. But when situations do arise, getting accurate information is a top priority.
So my advice to my neighbors is before you believe what you read on Facebook or some blog or a conspiracy theory, check in with Metro Health, check in with your firefighters, and check in with your city council members. We'll tell you what's really going on.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.